There was a time of hurt. There was a time of being different. God like, God like, God. Not a time of healing. God influence that others follow. I had to move past to carry on. God like, God like, God. But now I'm back to my throne. God like, doing the rest to make positions. You could have it, overcome the resistance. God like, why just sitting there wishing, change ambition, then it changed existence. God. They ain't gonna believe me no way, so.
Yeah, no question.
How long you been doing it?
And I've been doing this since I was 13 years old. I started in '83. Yeah, so you're talking now 2017, 34 years.
I got allergies.
Yeah. That's all good.
I think I got in the room. The one I contacted you out for was 2008.
Yeah.
And I see now on YouTube you got some recent stuff out too.
Yeah,
so
no doubt, man. The last project you got for me was 08. What they said?
Yeah, that was
I done dropped
Triple Darkness. Triple Darkness.
I done dropped. Man, I want to say probably 10, 15 albums since then.
I know you have.
Cause I put 7 out at one time last year.
Let me ask you this, artist to artist, what's your process? What's your how do you keep it so consistent like that?
The best way I tell people is that number one, I pray God is first. But number two, I stay connected to what's going on in the world. Because sometimes we just ride around, we just go through life, and we focused on what we're going to do, but we're not really tuned in so much to what's happening around us. It's concepts all around you, at all times, at work, at the park, wherever you at. So if you might just glance over and see something like, I wrote a song about that, something that nobody else would even think about.
And that's why I'm asking.
Yeah, that's how you do it. And then but just have a method of, me personally, I forget. So I gotta have a method of writing it down. So by the time I get home, I'll be like, man, was that line? You gotta always in other words, you gotta always have your antenna up at all times. There's never no shutdown point to your creativity. Never. It's always a chance you can come up with something straight up.
I believe it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fact, man. I mean, the world is too big and there's too much going on to where if we stay in tune, it's impossible to not always have something to say. And it's impossible. You know, and just regular life, man. And then plus, you can say things, you can speak on a topic that somebody else has spoke on, but you're gonna do it in your way.
In your language.
You're not gonna do it exactly. You know, you're not gonna do it the same way he or she did. You're gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna bring out my version of this. Mm-hmm. And it open up a whole nother way to people who hear.
Yeah. When I contacted you for this song, I wrote something, but I wanted to get the full picture. I might sit back down and do it again, just depending on what, what
direction. Like, nah, man, it's cool, man. The beat, I don't know where you got the beat, but I really like the beat.
It's nice.
It's nice. It's a nice beat, and so it made it easier for me to really just flow. And then it's one of the kind of tracks that you actually can go in a bunch of directions.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, so you can. It's all about, just like you said, this with an artist, where he decides to go with it. So it's a dope beat.
Yeah, I got that from a female actually made that from Cincinnati.
Wow.
Yeah.
She dope, man.
Yeah. That's song variety.
It's a lot of females that's getting in the game and on the production side that's nice. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's funny because I was with my homie last night and we sit in this car jamming some of his stuff, and a beat came on, and I said the same thing. I said, "Who made that beat?" And he told me the same thing. He said, "A female made it. A female from Atlanta."
It's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, but it just, it just goes to show, it's like the talent, man, is there, and what I like about the game now is that everybody doesn't have to be a rapper. Everybody don't have to be a DJ. You could be a rapper. You could be a producer. You could be a marketing promotion guy. You could be whatever aspect of the game that you find your little lane in. So I'm happy to still be relevant, that people still care, you know, but I ain't gonna stop.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
What's your source? What's your man? You be talking about some stuff sometimes, didn't you?
Well, it's funny,
That's
man.
explosive, man.
It's funny that you asked me that because like today is October the 7th, and that's the birthday of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, who is my source. The teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad are what give me the knowledge that I rap about in the song. So a lot of the stuff you hear, like if you talk songs like I got like Grand Deception, Lifting the Veil, Hidden Agenda, those Surface Dwellers, those songs are songs that was inspired from me studying the words of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and how deep he goes in the knowledge and wisdom that he had. So just by chance, today is his birthday, October 7th. That's my source.
That's amazing.
Yeah, straight up. And Mr. Farrakhan, of course, who is a student of Elijah Muhammad. So it's all in that line. And I'm just, what I try to do, if I claim to be somebody who believes in those words, I just try to use my gift to relay them through music the best way I can to help, you know, and help our people.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
beautiful.
It's a blessing. You know? That's the way I look at it. Because if I never came across that body of knowledge, I feel like I would be alright.
You didn't just, you know.
I'd be good.
Yeah.
But see, same with like you like gives a guy like Muhammad Ali, who would have been a great boxer regardless. That was the shirt.
Yeah.
Muhammad Ali would have been a great boxer regardless if he met the Honorable Elijah Muhammad or not. But by him meeting the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and being taught by him, that elevated him to a world figure, not just a great boxing figure, because now he was taking stands against certain injustices and standing on principles that he might not have stood for if he wouldn't woke up. So it's the same thing for a rapper. You can be a great rapper, you can be a great singer, dancer, whatever it is, but when you become tuned in to the humanitarian side, to actually focusing on saving people through your gift, that elevates you, and it immortalizes you if you stay on it. So that's my goal. I ain't saying I'm there, but that's my goal.
No, I understand.
Yeah.
I understand. Yeah. For you to be in the game this long, you got a goal,
man, and a blessing. And like I say, I keep going back to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, because his message, which is in part the message that I speak in my music, in my opinion, is what have kept me relevant all these years. Because, like you say, to be in it this long, a lot of guys, I don't care if you mainstream, underground, or anything in between, the lifespan of an artist is really not that long in as far as just being consistently getting it. So you got guys, okay, man, he was hot for 2-3 years, or he was all right for 5 years straight. But for me to be sustaining myself this long, 30 plus years, because it's all I do.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and I'm thankful because it's all I do. So I mean, and new generations of listeners are coming to me every day. So if my fan base, they still rock with me, they still down with me, but they my age, they don't go to the clubs, they don't necessarily always come to the shows, and they're not on the scene because they got families now, children, grandchildren. So I'm getting 15-year-olds, 20-year-olds, 25-year-olds that are just getting exposed to my music, and that's who's holding me up. That's who's keeping me up. Like, man, I never heard this guy. It's like, man, so every day, new fans coming in, and what that does is, if a 16-year-old youngster starts listening to my music today, guess what he got to do? Now, he just discovered me today. He got to go all the way back and listen to the old stuff So and now he's a fan moving forward. So now I'm good for the next 30 more years with him. So it's a perpetual movement that you. But the key to it, and I tell artists this all the time, you have to stay tuned in to what's going on in the times. If you're not in line with the times, it's like a train that's not lined up properly on the track. It's gonna derail. If the train is sitting on the track right, it's gonna be fine. But if it's just off the track, it's over. You gotta stay on the track, man. Tune into the minds of the people.
I see.
Yeah. So, that's where I'm at, bro. That's where I'm at. I'm trying. Not only that's where I'm at, that's where I'm trying to stay. You know, the day you fall off of that, you might as well close the book, find something else to do.
Appreciate it.
No, I appreciate you, man. It's all good. It's all good, man. I mean, and last thing, because I know we filming. No matter how long you've been in the game, you have to always have the mindset to learn. You can't feel like you know everything. Man, I've been doing this 25, 30 years. Nah, you don't know everything because it evolves. The game changes. There's always new elements coming in, and artistically, business-wise, promotion and marketing. There's always evolution taking place. So you can make the mistake of getting caught in a time warp based on what you was doing 15, 20 years ago, and some of those principles can still work, because in a lot of cases they do, but some things you gotta go on shelf, put it on the shelf, like, man, that's outdated. And let me see what these youngsters doing now in terms of using social media and the internet and different marketing tactics. You gotta stay in tune with that in order to maintain your relevance. Because if you don't, then you're gonna be a dinosaur in the game, and still around here run this bad boy with 8-track or something. You know, like you're gonna be stinking like an 8-track. So stay in tune with the time. That's what you do.
Appreciate it.
All good. Number love, family.
No doubt, man. No doubt. No doubt. I can't believe you're sitting here. Tell you
oh man, nah, man. Look, hey, bro. We in this thing together, man. I'm just like you, man. It ain't no big eyes and little U's in the game. And like I said, this is what I do. This is what I do, man. And I'm grateful to be working with you. You know, so we work together and make good music. I pride myself on giving my best when I work with an artist. I never cheat the game. So like I said, man, you know what? Oh, he's recycling stuff for you. Everything I've ever done for anybody have been an exclusive, you know, because it's only right.
Yeah.
You know, you ain't gonna go in a restaurant and you shouldn't go in a restaurant and they give you some breadsticks that was sitting on the table from the person before you because they didn't eat them. No, you get something fresh every time. So that's my goal, man. Like, I've done hundreds of features, and to my knowledge and my ability, no two are alike. You know, because I sit down and I create specifically for your project. You know, so,
I wouldn't wear it. I ain't worried
about it. You know, oh man, the nature of the game is such that, you know, those kind of things happen.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, so yeah. Your vibe tells me everything I need to know.
Man, yeah. You know, it's a dirty game, and you try to be as real as possible in the dirty game. You know, so that's my goal. One of the things, because that's another thing I didn't mention, and it ain't to try to like I'm bragging or nothing like that, but another thing that allows an artist to stay for a long time in the game is keeping your name legitimate. You know, if your name dirty in the game, then your time is short in the game, because eventually word gets out and people start, they don't fool with you no more. It's like I even if they don't know for sure what people are saying is true or not, too many people saying it gonna make you be like, nah. It's like if your car is broke down and you say, man, my car's messed up, man. You know, in the mechanic, then say, okay, yeah, I'll give you this mechanic's number. And then you say, yeah, man, my boy gave me this mechanic's number. And they say, Mr. Such and Such, nah, man, I wouldn't let him mess with my car. Then you go, okay. Then somebody else say, nah, man, don't let Mr. Such and Such do your car, man. He'll do this. And you hear from 4 or 5 different directions. You never met the guy, heard of him, but something in you gonna be like, I might need to call another mechanic because his name ain't clean. But on these same voices saying, well, he's a good mechanic, yeah, you need, he'll get you right. And just coming from different directions, then guess what? You feel confident without even knowing them. So it's about keeping your name as clean and treating people the way you want to be treated and giving them what you would expect if the shoe was on the other foot. Man. Yeah, man. I mean, it's all life experience, big brother. You know, I mean, I'm so like I said, I thank God every day, man, just to be able to have discovered what I feel like I'm born to do at an early age. You know, instead of saying, well, you know, I'm 28, 25, 28, 30 years old, and I still haven't figured out what I want to be and what I want to do. So like when we go to schools and talk to the students and all that, that's one of the things I emphasize. I'm like, look, man, find out, start working on what you want to be now and cultivate that now. Don't wait till you about to graduate. Don't wait until you have graduated and then you're sitting around in your mama's house trying to figure out what I'm gonna be. There's people that have enrolled in college and they still haven't figured out. They changing majors and all that. So you have to get your mind and instill in yourself and instill in your children at an early age, what are you gonna be? And cultivate them. You know, you can observe your own children and see their gifts, like, okay, and you can bring out of them what it is they can be. Like I think about Venus and Serena. I think about Tiger Woods. I think about the Jackson 5. It's like the visions that their fathers had was they didn't even know. I'm putting y'all on the tennis court. I'm putting these musical instruments in y'all hand. Y'all gonna play instruments, and you cultivate that, and they thank you later. So I mean, but some of us made those mistakes and not knowing. I got lucky. You know, blessed really, because I wanted to play football, was all right, tried out in the 9th grade, been skinny all my life, but I was short and skinny, so I could catch, but I was too little. All the other guys that came from middle school with me, they big. I haven't had my growth spurt yet, and the coach was like, you good, but you too little. I'm in the 9th grade. I said, okay, that's cool. I let football go. Started doing my music full time and haven't looked back since. This is what I do. So
how old were you?
At that time.
How old were you when you said this is what I'm doing and that's it?
I was 15 years old because like I started writing when I was 13, but really it was just for fun because I like rap. You know, I was listening to Sugar Hill and Run DMC, but I was just trying to do it. But in that 2-year span from 13 to 15, I was getting pretty good at it. Still not visualizing myself doing this as a living, because you got to remember, at that time, how old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm on 40.
Okay, so you can remember, you old enough to remember possibly a time when people used to say, man, rap music is a fad, it ain't gonna last that long. I grew up hearing that, like, man, rap gonna be gone in 3 or 4 years. But I never believed that. I was like, man, how is this gonna be gone? You know, everybody love this. It's not gonna be gone. But even then, my mind was on football. So I was like, okay, I'm rapping, but my love is to play football. But in that 2-year span from age 13 to 15, I got pretty good at rapping just for that era. And when they cut me from the team, when they told me I didn't make the team, I dedicated all my time to writing after that. And after that, I was gone. You know, I literally have not looked back since then, from 15 years old to now, and I'm 47. From that time to that time, it's all I've been doing. It's all I've been doing. So.
You write every day?
No, I don't write every day. I used to. You know, when you're young and it's new to you, you want to do it. Like, man, I want to write. You got that inspiration. But as you get older, and I've written, man, over 1,000 songs easily. So, you know, you kind of just write now when the inspiration hits you, or when you got work to do, you got to put something together for working on an album or something. But I write in spurts now. Like, I might write for 3 or 4 weeks, a month straight, but I might not write again for another 2 or 3 months.
Just getting an idea from somebody who breathe it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. But you know, but one thing I know that everybody's method is different.
Yeah, everybody's method is different, but you still want to know.
Yeah, no doubt.
To see from the other side of the fence.
Right, without question. But I mean, I write in spurts now, man. I mean, I go on a streak where I'm just filling it up. Then it's like a burnout. Okay, I'm done. I got it out. I might not pick up a pen for 2 months after that. You know what I'm saying? So it just then slowly but surely you get back into it.
You come back. You know?
But it's hard. But like I said at the beginning, you always tuned in though. You never shut it off. It's just the fact that you're like, I'm just not in the creative process at this moment, but I'm still observing. And what I will do, even if I'm not writing a song per se, I still jot down ideas because I know I'm gonna come to it later. You know, if I see something, I'm like, you know, and then, like I say, might be 2 or 3 months later, and I'm ready to get into it. I'll dig up some of those old notes I wrote 2 or 3 months back and build from that. Yeah. So, it's fun, man. You know, when you lose the love for it, then it's a wrap. It's over, you know. And sometimes stepping away for a little while and just taking a break from it, that's what keeps you in love with it, keeps you missing, because you it's just like anything, you get tired of it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, you know, I need a break, so you get tired of it. But if you force yourself to constantly just do it, then you will just be like, I'm done. But if you just step away, give yourself time to miss it, you're not gonna eat at the same restaurant every night for 3 or 4 months straight. I don't care how much you like it, because sooner or later, I don't even want to eat this no more. So I might eat that a couple times a week, but I'm gonna step away, give myself time to miss it and want it again, then I go get it again.
That's straight.
I do, man. That's what we do, man. Y'all know what it is. Yeah, straight up, man. It's a blessing.
Let's see what you got.
Yeah, already. Play the beat for me. Gotta go over in my head a few times.
God like, watch you sit in a wish, change ambition, then it changes existence. There was a time of hurt. There was a time of being different. God like, not a time of healing. Influence that others follow. I had to move past to carry on. God like, but now I'm back to my throne. God like, don't underestimate positions, you can have it, overcome the resistance. God like, watch you sit in a wishing, change ambition, then it changes existence. God like, don't underestimate positions, you can have it, overcome the resistance. God like, watch you sit in a wishing, change ambition, then it changes existence.